Mr. Pawan Choudhary, Advisor to Haryana CM for Foreign Cooperation, Govt of Haryana. Mr. Choudhary has about 15 years of on-the-ground experience in managing investment projects in India in various states. He is working with over 50 MNC companies looking to invest FDI worth US $10 billion in India over the next 3 years and has successfully facilitated some of the biggest FDI announcements from Poland and the Middle East. Skilled in negotiation, Mr. Choudhary has regular interactions with business leaders, embassies, bilateral chambers, corporate advisory groups, state governments, and other allies to maximize reach in the investment space. Over to you, Mr. Choudhary.
Thank you. Respected dignitaries, officials from various organizations, representative of various institutions, industry partners, my colleagues from Invest India, and special thanks the organizer, World Auto Forum, Mr. Anuj. Thank you for inviting me here to discuss with you about the state preparedness, how the state are prepared, ready to take the new initiatives by the industry or by the community of the automobile especially. While I was coming here to discuss with you about the state preparedness, I'm not just going to tell you about how Haryana is placed, how Haryana is positioned number one in the field of attracting the investment during this past COVID 2 years. I will discuss later. I'm not just going to tell you about how Haryana is number one in the sports field, wherein our sports players are getting the gold medals or the silver medals across the globe as far as the country is concerned. Again, I am not just going to tell you about the IT part, wherein Haryana have positioned itself as a global platform. And one of the key state, as far as the India is concerned, Haryana is number one and well recognized in the globe itself. Dear friends, today I am just going to talk with you, just want to invite you at Haryana. Haryana is your state actually. If the Hyundai is concerned, if the MG Motors is concerned, if Maruti Suzuki is concerned, JCB is concerned, any of the excavator or any of the automobile industry is concerned, Haryana is a natural destination for the investments. We are the largest manufacturers of the cars and motorbikes as on today, as per the India is concerned. Again, we have already gained the faith of the industry. Maruti Suzuki is also announcing their new third factory plant at Kharkhoda over the 900 acres of land. So the state is very much prepared to attract the investment. And you can assume the state preparedness by the way this conference is just happening here at a location which is just close next to Haryana. The Delhi airport is concerned, the international airport, it is not just an airport to the New Delhi, it's an airport for Haryana because we are just sharing the boundary. From this location to reach to Ambience Mall or the Udyog Vihar, you will take only 6 minutes. And from here, if you are going to target the central Delhi, you can assume how much time you may take. So it's an airport of Haryana more than the airport of Delhi or the country itself. Thank you very much, Anuji, for inviting us here at my place today. Dear friends, as far as the state preparedness is concerned or the new initiatives to be taken care by the state government, we are just assuming the policy incentives especially. The industry is just assuming what are the new incentives the state government is offering for the automobile or for the any of the sector specific, wherein the state government is targeting the new sunshine sectors. Only the industry or the other stakeholders are just awaiting the incentive part only. So it's very important to attract the new investments. But simultaneously, while our consultants or the managers of this new era are designing the incentives as well as the initiatives taken by the state government, at the time of calculating the return on investment, the other factors which are very important and which you are being ignored or being overlapped, those are very important to consider. Today I am going to discuss those kind of initiatives which the state government have already been taken, which we are already executing within the state, and which we are provoking the industry to consider those steps which is absolutely being taken by the state governments. Not only Haryana, any of the state government is taking much better steps if the other incentives or other initiatives are concerned. We are usually talking about the land cost only. Sometimes we are just discuss about the top-up incentives being offered by the state government over and above the union government policies are concerned. We are just targeting the page number 76, page number 77 of the industrial policy or the electric vehicle policy because wherein the incentives are being mentioned. We are just ignoring the preface of the policies wherein what the intention the government have taken or what the new steps and what the ecosystem the government is creating by its proactiveness approach and new responsiveness by the state government is concerned. We are just getting it slipped and we are considering सरकार में तो ऐसा होता ही रहता है. दे लिखते बहुत कुछ है, होता कुछ नहीं है. But my dear friends, Haryana is an exception out of these all union government states are concerned. Because of this proactive responsiveness and proactive approach by the state government, we at the state have attracted, not only attracted, we have executed, and few of the projects are under execution, few have started the production. During this COVID period, which is actually considered as a dead period in terms of the production is concerned, Haryana was able to attract the investment of approximately $6.5 billion over a period of starting of the COVID period from March 2020 till the end of March 2022. This is not just a joke. This has been done just because of the visionary leadership by the state government, formulating of the new policy initiatives, and the new initiative which has been taken by the state government and which are going and getting implemented at the state lands. I'm just giving you an example of one of the successful case which has already started the production and which is under execution. They are one of the largest factory. Since this is the event of the electric vehicle, so I am just giving you an example of the electric vehicle, the battery manufacturing company. TDK is well-known company across the globe. So TDK umbrella company, the ATL have discussed with us in August 2019. While I was with the part of Invest India and taking care of the state as a main facilitator for Haryana and the northeastern region. ATL just approached in August 2019. At that time, the state government was getting into the assembly election. After a month from the discussion, the model code of conduct was started. So there was no official, no higher authority or no political leadership was available to discuss for the projects at that time. We discussed with the local state officials. And from that point of first discussion and interaction on 8th August 2019 and subsequent visits at the site, subsequent discussions at multiple levels, the new government formed, subsequent discussion by the top leadership, industry minister, and then the Honorable Chief Minister. Now the ATL is very comfortable at the state and executing the project at Sohna. It's a $1 billion project and it has been spread over 180-acre land. The story is very interesting. Some of the managers have been overlooked about the land available in the state itself. ATL have hired few of the consultants, etc. And they have been mentioned that the new lands have not been announced by the state government as far as the policy document is concerned. Since ATL was having a very small presence here in the Bawal, so ATL just approached कि पवन जी काम तो नहीं हो पाएगा. We are now targeting the other parts of the country which we are already had compared. I sincerely requested, in the democracy, you are always open to choose any of the state as per your interest. It's a number of game, it's your business. Your business should be viable and profitable. That's your responsibility and that's your right though. But please don't just say the land is not available and hence you are moving out of the state. I would not like it to happen. Please give me a chance to discuss. ATL understood my request. They give me a chance to discuss across the table. And now finally, the result is ATL has started its first batch of lithium ion, and I was the keynote speaker on that inauguration ceremony of the first batch of lithium ion for the battery formation. This is the success story, and this is happening in Haryana as on the date. This is not fake. We always requesting our investors, prominent industry partners, go and talk to get the feedback from the industry directly. My dear friends, the point I want to make here is, even the investment is $1 billion investment or a single rupee investment, the investment in the state is very important for us. You value equally important as $1 billion investment or a single rupee investment. We will work for you day and night for considering your investment is very important, and your ROI should be maintained as per your business plan. We are there for you to navigate your business plan as per your requirement. We would like to understand your schedule of completion or target dates of your production start. We will try to match it, and we will make it. Dear friends, this is how we are trying to make Haryana as a preferred investment destination, and that we are getting also. We are always available on a telephone call. We are always available on the WhatsApp messages rather. We are not believing in just to sending the emails or waiting for a long time, even though we are joining the office or sometimes we are moving out. We are always available on the telephone calls. Dear friends, Government of India is targeting the PPP, Public-Private Partnership. It's a era of getting some additional benefit. Haryana is also believing in the PPP. Other than the union government, our PPP, we are offering two PPP to the industry, to the common citizens also. First PPP is the private-public partnership offered by the union government. Our PPP is Parivar Pehchan Patra. So it's a family ID. Haryana have targeted on the basic issues of the industry. We are trying to build the capacity building of the common man by getting their, the income generation. We are trying to build the common man's income at the next level. We are not just considering the poor to be the poor only. We are considering the poor to be the next level, and ultimately, there should not be any poor. The purchasing capacity of every citizen to be increased. Hence, we are targeting the family IDs, and every policy benefits are being percolated to the common man or the last man in the line via these family IDs. Every scheme has been aligned with that. This is first PPP by the state government, other than the PPP announced by the union government. Other PPP is Haryana is the land of PPP actually. Haryana is the land of possibilities. It's first P. Haryana is the land of potentialities. It's a second P. Again, Haryana is the land of prosperity. It's a third P. And considering all things, Haryana is the land of PPP, not only for its citizen, but for the industry itself. Because we are considering Haryana's development is not just a development by the agrarian state we just developed. It's an industry who developed and who recognized Haryana at the world level. So that's why your profit, your viability is very important. We are trying to ensure your viability. We are trying to work with your value chain. We would like to work with your supply chain, your raw material. My colleague Subhankar mentioned the lithium ion and the availability of that. My dear friends, let me tell you, Haryana is targeting the global arena to considering the entire globe as a global village. We are reaching out the countries proactively. We are reaching out the governments or the stakeholders in the respective countries wherein we are getting the raw materials proactively from outside. We are offering the industry to make us understand how we can support you, how we can assist you, how we can get you on our board, how we can make ourselves available for you to considering or designing your return on investment to be maximized, to make your business sustainable, to make your business viable and profitable. My dear friends, we would like to work with you. We would like to understand from you about the climate change and its issues. How we can address the issues of the global climate changes. We are working with Japan. We are working with Germany. We are working with US to build a climate change institution wherein we can address all kind of issues which are pertaining with the climate changes. The government is seriously working on it, and we have already visited at Bhonsi. I think many of people have heard about Bhonsi forest land. We are targeting those areas for the climate change institution, wherein you can come, you can start vehicle to be tested there, you can work on the alternate fuels, you can work on some researches or the some new ideas wherein the state government can support you, union government can come on board, and other private institution who can come on board as a technology partner to support the entire globe. My dear friends, this is not just happening just because of people like us. It is happening because of the political leadership which is very much visionary. Our visionary Chief Minister, Sri Manohar, is just working on act. And under the act, he is not just giving the act prescribed by the government of India, publications and all. He is working as an accountable government. Government is very much accountable. Every person, every officer, the bright bureaucracy is very much accountable in Haryana as on today. Another C is the clear and committed communication. Our communication is very much clear and it's very transparent. So none of the state as on today is working like as act like Haryana's bureaucracy or the political leadership and Haryana government is concerned. My dear friends, our Chief Minister used to mention, we are just not believing on the business to business relationships. We are not just believing on the government to government relationships. We are not just believing in the government to business or business to government relationships. We are working on the heart to heart approach. We are there for you all the time. You need not to call us, you not to worry about the time or time zones even. We are most available all the time as far as your requirement is concerned. And this is an open platform. You can ask me any question. We are available for you, any of the query here is concerned. We are available to adapt any of the new initiatives or suggestions given by the industry partner or the institution or the chambers is concerned. We are always ready to hear from you. Thank you very much, World Auto Forum team, to organize such a beautiful event, to bring Haryana on board, to discuss with you, and I would like to hear from you on regular basis. Rest, I don't have much time. I don't want to take your much time to discuss any other things. I would like to hear from you if any question is concerned. Yeah, please.
Thank you so much. It's really great to hear so much good news about Haryana. So being a Haryani, I really love this. But I'd like to know why, only Japanese is concerned. If we talk about the industrial area, why only Japanese? Why we don't have Korean or Chinese industries there? Why it's going towards Noida or Greater Noida? So are we focused only in Japan?
Yes, it's a very relevant question. So we are not just targeting the Japan. So you have to just look into the Haryana's history. In the 1980s, the industrialization was started in Haryana actually. As far as the industry and automobile is concerned, Maruti was the first entrant, then Honda. So we have started our journey with those automobile companies who have situated here. So Bawal and this Manesar zone, and similarly this Noida was also basically the zone of the automobile is concerned. So Haryana have a little bit more inclined earlier with the Japan only, because the Japanese industries was having the JV partnership with the businessmen at Haryana. So this is one. We are not just targeting the Japanese or the Korean, but if your Chinese is concerned, the example what I have posed is, it's a TDK company. TDK is from Japan. TDK acquired the global business of the ATL. ATL is a Chinese company. So construction is also being done by the Chinese, Triple C. I had visited the site 2-3 times. All the management is Chinese. So China is always been a partner. Now we are working with their suppliers also. So all are the Chinese only. So China is, we are not having any doubt about China, and we are very clear in our ideas. So the dollars or the rupee is not having the current other country names. these are the numbers. So we are targeting the business to be flourished in the state. They will generate the job, they will generate the ecosystem, and they will attract the other countries to come in the state. So we are very much open. We are always open. We are considering the entire globe as a global village. So in the concept of the global village in the technologies era, we are just a 15-minute away. Once you are talking, we are targeting with talking with the Chinese investors, we are talking with the South Asian investors, we are talking with the African unions, we are targeting the Latin Americas. As on today, 40 countries are on board with Haryana. China is also one of them. So we are not any apprehensions, we are not any doubt about China. They are the technology partners, undoubtedly. Any other? Thank you very much, friends. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. That was very, very encouraging. I would now like to invite Mr. Ravi Rajendran, CEO, Quick Meetings, to please come and felicitate our speaker.